we're looking at all the rain pushed out of mid-Missouri, and we're going to be welcoming in some much-needed winds out of the northwest. That's going to help cool us down. We're looking at winds sustained at anywhere from 8 to 12 miles per hour this afternoon. Could see some gusts all the way up to 22 miles per hour. So if you're going to be driving on the highway today and the next several days, you're going to want to give those semis a little bit of extra space. It's going to be pretty gusty, and they kind of just latch onto that wind. It makes them a lot more susceptible to not being able to drive straight, and sometimes can even push them over. Now, as we head off to tonight, winds still going to be staying with us into the 20 mile per hour range for the gust. Then we head off into Thursday afternoon. That's when we're really going to see these peak winds all the way up to 30 miles per hour. So yes, it's going to be very gusty. If you have a light trash can, bring that inside. And we head off into Friday. Maybe these cooler temperatures going to get you out and about. Well, if you're going to be out and about camping, be a little bit more careful because we're looking to dry out with these winds out of the northwest, and a low relative humidity is going to lead to some more ingredients to see some chances of some fire hazards with a lot of drier foliage on the ground. Now, as we head off into this weekend, temperatures will kind of shift back and forth. We're going to see a little bit of a warm-up on Saturday as winds will briefly be out of the southwest, going to track some chances of some light showers. But this afternoon, we're going to be looking dry with temperatures only topping out to 70 degrees by 3 p.m., so pretty nice. Sun will start to poke back through this afternoon also as the clouds continue to move off to the southeast, and we'll continue that cooling trend as we head off into the overnight hours. Finally going to be cooling down to the mid-40s tonight, but we head off into Friday night. The Football Friday forecast for the game of the week, Hickman at Rockbridge. Kickoff looking at 69 degrees. Then we head off into halftime. Going to be at 68 degrees, kind of a slower cool down for that drive home, 65, just because winds do start coming out of the southwest. Now, Thursday and Friday, where we see those cooler temperatures for the morning hours, as we're going to be tracking some widespread frost possible on Friday morning, as we're going to be back into the mid to upper 30s across much of central Missouri. So you're driving to work or you're just driving home, going to want to have to crank up that heater, or even if you're up at home, crank up the heater just because it's going to be looking a little bit cooler. This cooler weather got me feeling ready for some October 31st festivities, as we're going to be tracking a cool down, especially Saturday, high of 70 degrees, and into early next week, highs only back into the mid to upper 50s, and even further out from there, we're still expecting to see cooler than average temperatures for the 6 to 10 day away extended forecast for much of the United States. Kind of been fun to watch this last several weeks. We've been tracking cooler temperatures kind of creeping back over towards the west, which will help us out along with this rainfall we've been seeing. Not going to get us to where we need to be, but a little bit closer. But we're going to be tracking drier conditions as we head off into next week.